Well, it's that time again for the weekend edition of Stories of Great Christians. Kind of getting sad on this one. It was a short series, only 10 chapters. So we're nearing the end. We're at chapter 7 with R.G. LeTourneau. A very interesting story of a guy who moved dirt. And God moved a lot more than dirt for him. He was able to give more than 90%. Now, most of us kind of complain about the 10% we give. This guy was able to realize everything's God. What do I need to keep? Very interesting perspective. Why don't you take a listen, tell us what you think. It's wonderful how God moves in the heart of somebody who doesn't really consider themselves much until God moves and changes that circumstance. Here we go.
Stories of Great Christians. From the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, we bring you Chapter 7 of Mover of Men and Mountains, the story of Robert Gilmore LeTourneau. One of the sayings I've become known for is this one: not how much of my money do I give to God, but how much of God's money do I keep for myself. It wasn't always that way. We incorporated our company in 1929, 3 weeks after the crash. We didn't seem to know that there was supposed to be a depression. So we built a second factory in Stockton, over by Roosevelt Avenue and Wilson Way. 1930, our sales totaled more than $110,000, and there was a net profit of nearly $35,000. And as best as I can recollect, I got down on my knees at the end of that year and prayed something like this: Lord, I want to thank you for your bounty. I want to thank you for sparing us from the business depression that's sweeping the country. Now, Lord, now that the new factory is finished, we'll really do some business. So instead of giving you your share now, I'll put it into expanding the business. Next year, Lord, you'll get a share to be proud of. Well, if I live to be 1,000 years old, I'll never forget the 2 lessons I soon had to learn. Lesson number 1, well, the learning took place near Boulder Dam, or Hoover Dam, if you prefer, not far from Las Vegas. The government had started work on the dam in 1928, but there still wasn't any dam. There wasn't even a road. That was what I was supposed to build.
Bring over here. Hey, turn that. Hey, come on, bring that thing up. Let's go. Come. Hey. We're getting farther and farther behind schedule, Bob.
I know that, Howard. Keep drilling. What happened? It looked like you were making some progress.
Look at that rock, Bob. Nothing. Just wearing out the bit.
How could the engineers mess us up this way? The test holes all look good. Soft, crumbly rock, said. Made my bid accordingly.
Well, they sure missed this heavy buried rock. What do we do?
I'm thinking. Thinking about Kaiser and those other guys who need this road so they can get that equipment up country to build the dam. Wait a minute. You see that stratum of yellow rock over there?
Yeah, never noticed it before.
That's relatively soft rock. I've worked it before. Why not drill a tunnel?
Coyote hole? Just don't know.
It's the one thing we haven't tried. And drill it long, as far as we can go, fill her with dynamite. It ought to move some rock.
You're serious?
I'm serious. Even with power drills, digging that tunnel was hard work. The men worked in 2-hour shifts. I think I suffered as much as they did. The noise in the tunnel was deafening. That tunnel progressed only by inches. But one day, the big day, we were ready with the dynamite, and we didn't skimp.
Ready?
Ready! We're back in business! We're back in business! Did I say we were back in business? Well, the rocky barrier was broken. All we had to do now was haul it off. If you drive from Boulder City to what again is called Hoover Dam, you'll drive over that road we built. You'll see the crumbly stone where we drilled our nice little test holes. You'll see some of the hardest, blackest rock you'll ever see, rising almost vertically. I finished the road on schedule, but at a financial loss I'd rather not remember. I owed $50,000 to my suppliers, another $50,000 for the steel used in my factories. Now, wasn't that the way to see that the Lord got his share? Well, that was lesson number 1. Now, for lesson number 2. Orange County, California, just south of Los Angeles, where I contracted to build the world's largest earth-filled dam. Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm the State Inspector of Dams, Mr. LeTourneau.
Glad to see you, but nothing to inspect yet. We're just bringing in the equipment and getting settled.
I know, and that's why I'm here. I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait until next year.
What? It's only July.
You should have started with your preliminary work 2 months ago. If you start now, you'll only be half through when the fall rains begin. Your spillways won't be finished, and you'll lose a lot of water, and a lot of people would be hurt.
Inspector, I appreciate the situation. I really do, but you haven't seen my machines in action, how fast they can move dirt. And my men are experts, the best in the business. At least, give us a chance to show what we can do.
Well, all right. You have to move in 400,000 cubic yards of fill for the base of that dam. That won't back up much water, so I can let you move that much in. But you'll have to move it in 1 month. If you can do that, then I'll know you can finish the job on time.
1 month to move 400,000 cubic yards.
If you can't move that much in a month, the work stops right there.
I couldn't let the work stop right there. We had to wait until next year to complete this job. There wouldn't be an R.G. LeTourneau Incorporated to do it. We were in serious financial difficulty. I already had a representative from my creditors and surety company in San Francisco looking over my shoulder. So we went to work, 7 days a week. Yes, including Sundays, around the clock, using every ditch digger, scraper, hopper, bulldozer, sheepfoot roller I could find. Plus, a 1.25 mile long conveyor belt to move the dirt faster. Quite an innovation for 1931.
Well, I really didn't think you could do it.
With an extra day to spare.
I didn't think you could do it either.
This is Smith from San Francisco. He represents the surety company. He's worse than a state inspector of dams.
You have quite a sense of humor, Mr. LeTourneau.
And I'm not laughing. I mean it.
That's a new record, isn't it? 400,000 cubic yards in 1 month?
I wouldn't have mentioned this a month ago, but best we ever did. Most dirt we ever moved before in 1 month was only 200,000 cubic yards.
Well, you proved what you can do. Go ahead and finish the job this year.
Just goes to show what you can do when you work 7 days a week.
I beg your pardon?
Working 7 days a week, including Sunday.
We're not going to continue that practice.
But you are. You owe too much on that Boulder fiasco. The more you work, the faster you'll get the job done, and maybe there'll be a bit more profit with which to pay off your bills.
Well, I've worked 4 straight Sundays. I've never done that before in my life, and I don't like it. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. That's the way I grew up. And that's the way I've worked and the way I've worked my men.
That's impractical foolishness. We're going to stay ahead on this job by working on Sundays. Or else we'll foreclose and take over the job ourselves. I think I'll have Mr. Hall telephone you. After all, he is the boss now.
No, Mr. Smith. He isn't the boss. Not yet. He may own the surety company in San Francisco, but he doesn't own me, and he won't.
Mr. Archie?
Come in. Oh, Harry. You're up late. Come over and sit down. Coffee?
No, not that brew you make, no, sir.
What's the matter with it? I just keep adding water and another teaspoon of coffee every day.
Well, that coffee sure has a reputation.
Okay, Harry. What's on your mind?
Some of us have been talking. We like working for you, and we don't want to see you go under, so we found out about this factory going out of business and selling its tools. We could get $50,000 worth for only $5,000.
What kind of tools?
Drills, lathes, welding equipment, the works. We could build scrapers with them.
We might not have a factory, no roof over our heads.
Then you'll find us an open field someplace.
I'm very much touched by what you men want to do. Perhaps it won't come to that. Harry, do me this favor. Thank all of the men who want to buy the tools. Tell them to wait. And tell them we won't be working on Sundays anymore. Yes?
LeTourneau?
Yes?
Mrs. Hall, San Francisco?
Yes, sir.
Did you get our check?
Yes. $30,000 for the payroll.
Have you cashed it?
No, sir.
Don't do anything till I get down there, because I'm taking over.
You've been doing a good job down here, LeTourneau. Amazing.
I didn't expect Smith to make that kind of report.
Smith was mostly upset about you not working on Sundays.
I know.
I sent him packing. I think he was a bad influence.
And you'll be staying?
Yeah. Taking over?
Yes.
No. You know, I don't know why, Bob, but I had a change of heart about that. I thought a lot about it coming down on the train.
And the Lord's answered my prayer.
Yeah, I think he did. You know, we still got a problem. The banks do want to foreclose. Right now, we only pay 10 cents on the dollar.
Well, I've got some new ideas for machinery. I've learned a lot at Boulder and here in Orange County.
That's what I told them in San Francisco. Why settle for 10 cents on the dollar when if you stick with Bob LeTourneau, you'll get the whole dollar? They'll go along with one condition.
Well, I don't like conditions.
You don't have much choice, Bob. They want to appoint an accountant to keep track of your books.
Well, now, just a minute.
Now, you hold on. You hold on just a minute. You need a cost accounting system, Bob. You're a big boy. You need time studies. You're charging too much for some things and too little for others. A good accountant will help you, Bob, and that is the condition.
No work on Sunday?
Well, not if that's the way you feel about it.
All right.
Bob, you're all right. Now, you go ahead and cash that check.
Bob, Mr. Case says he wants to see you.
Oh, Evelyn, I've had about my fill of bankers.
Oh, I know what he wants to talk to you about, and well, I think I agree with him.
Okay, what is it?
Well, he says you have to decide between being a contractor or a manufacturer. And he says to keep in mind that when you lose money in contracting, it's usually the factory that bails you out.
And he thinks I should be building machines instead of roads.
Yes?
And you agree?
Yes.
No? So do I. Evelyn, I don't enjoy staying in trailers that much, not anymore. And my head is just buzzing with new ideas that I'd like to try out on these engineers here at the plant. But most important, it's time that I worked harder at being a father and a businessman.
Oh, I won't object.
And as for that businessman part of it, I finally figured out how to keep up with our pledge at the church. I'm going to put the pledge on the payroll. Just pay it out regular. That way, we won't get behind. We'll just tell the Lord, help yourself. And so we conclude Chapter 7 of Mover of Men and Mountains, the story of R.G. LeTourneau. This is another in the series of Stories of Great Christians, produced by the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
Another great and wonderful presentation. You know, it's so funny how finicky we are. We says, oh Lord, once we get to this one and then the next step, you can't believe how much we're going to give. What good. It's going to be so big. Yeah. And you know what? It's all gone away. And then what? You see, if we're not faithful, as Jesus said, in the little things, and I haven't been for a long time, then we're not faithful in the big things, just like R.G. LeTourneau found out. And so, sometimes you gotta go back to that first love, make things right on the little things, and keep going that way, and build and build and build. Before you know it, when the big things come your way, it's not a problem. Have at it, Lord. It's all yours. Thank you for giving us anything. And that's the attitude we should have. Our heart should always put Matthew 6:33 into action. We put the Lord first and we seek Him first in everything. All these other things, in due time, they'll come to you. Well, that's another wonderful edition of Stories of Great Christians, and this man definitely was one of those. I mean, the Hoover Dam, think about that. You see that today when you drive by. The borderline, Arizona, Nevada, California. Amazing. That's done with one man, one young boy. I didn't know his future until he talked to his pastor. Well, till next time, don't forget, tune in for Chapter 8, R.G. LeTourneau. Only 3 more. Don't miss it. Till then, I look forward to seeing you.